Welcome viewers, you're watching my YouTube channel BioHub and I'm your facilitator Dr. Seema Sharma. Dear viewers, we are studying about respiration, that is our chapter number 10, and in this video I have covered various ways and means of respiration in case of living organisms. Not all animals breathe like me and you. Breathing requirement of different animals is different, and so is the breathing mechanisms. Like you see, look at this fish. It has gills. So it takes in oxygen dissolved in water through mouth and expels out carbon dioxide through these gills. Just like this fish, you are also going to learn about the respiratory mechanism of earthworm, frog, grasshopper and birds, among other animals. Let's explore about the respiratory mechanism of these animals. Let's learn biology. We are on chapter number 10, Respiration in Organisms. And in this video, I have covered respiration in animals. This is the journal layout of our chapter. Chapter number 10, Respiration, is basically divisible into 5 parts. I have already uploaded one video of this chapter. In that, I have covered respiration and respiration in plants. For detail, you can go through that video. It's available on my channel BioHub. In this video, I have covered third segment of this chapter and it is about respiration in animals. After watching this video, 2 things should be crystal clear to my viewers. First, what is respiration? Second, what are various ways and means of respiration in case of animals? We are starting with objective number 1, respiration. What is the meaning of respiration? Respiration is the process of taking in oxygen from oxygen-rich air, using it for release of energy by oxidation of glucose and elimination of waste products like carbon dioxide and water. So this is respiration. Dear viewers, we breathe in and we breathe out. So is respiration and breathing one and the same thing? Let's find this out together. 3 things are taking place in this process. First, taking in of oxygen from oxygen-rich air, that is breathing in. Release of energy through oxidation of glucose, which is taking place within each and every living cell of the organisms. And third, elimination of waste products. When we are breathing out, we are exhaling waste products, carbon dioxide and water back into the air. Breathing is just one part of this process, respiration. And breathing is dealing with inhaling of air, that is intake of air, and exhaling of air. We can represent this life process with the help of equation also. So let's understand the same process with the help of word equation. Equation of respiration. Respiration is a vital process in which food, that is glucose, it is oxidized by oxygen. So from where this glucose is coming to each and every cell, it is taken up from the digestive system by blood vessels and transported to each and every cell. Similarly, oxygen, it is taken up from the lungs through very fine blood vessels called capillaries, and it is transported through blood vessels to all parts of the body and to each cell of the body. So this oxygen, it oxidizes glucose and there is formation of 2 waste products, carbon dioxide and water. When we will breathe out, carbon dioxide and water, they are expelled out from the body. And in addition to this, there is production of energy. This energy is utilized by the organism to carry out its basic activities. So this is the word equation of respiration. Now we can further simplify it and represent it with the help of certain chemical formulas, and that is called chemical equation. So glucose, its chemical formula is C6H12O6. When it combines with oxygen, that is O2, its oxidation takes place and it leads to the production of carbon dioxide, water and release of energy. So this is the chemical equation of respiration. So this was about our first objective, respiration. Now coming to our second objective of this video, ways of respiration in animals. You know, viewers, human beings, we are different from fish. Fish is different from frog. Frog is different from earthworm. As we are different from each other, so is the method of respiration. It is also different for different organisms. So let's understand about that. As far as different ways of exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide are concerned, in class 7, we have to learn about basically 4 ways. First is through cell membrane or skin. Second is through air holes. Third is through gills. And fourth is through lungs. So these are the 4 basic ways of exchange of gases in case of animals. So let's learn about each type in little more detail. First, through cell membrane or skin. Viewers, there are organisms which are made up of only one cell and they are called unicellular organisms or single cell organisms. In those single cell organisms, there are no special structure meant for the exchange of gases. So in unicellular organisms like amoeba, paramecium, exchange of gases takes place by diffusion through the cell membrane. Amoeba and paramecium, they are aquatic animals made up of only one cell, and here exchange of the gases is through their cell membrane with the help of one process which is called diffusion. So this was about exchange of carbon dioxide and oxygen through cell membrane. Next, through skin. We do have certain organisms like hydra. It's an aquatic organism. Earthworm lives in the agricultural field and soil. This exchange of gases takes place through diffusion only, but through moist outer surface or through their skin. Their moist skin is enabling these organisms to go for respiration and exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide through this skin. So this is about exchange of gases through cell membrane or skin. Next is exchange of gases through air holes. And viewers, this is very interesting. Insects such as cockroaches, grasshoppers, etc., they have openings called spiracles on their body. See, this is one cockroach. It's busy nibbling one potato. I want you to pay attention to this part. This part has very small openings called spiracles or holes. See, the same is visible over here. This is spiracle or minute opening or hole. What is happening through these holes? Let's see that. This is a photograph of grasshopper. Here I'm showing you the internal detail in this. It has these white balloon-shaped structures. They are called air sacs, and these are the spiracles, those minute holes through which there will be intake of oxygen and expelling out of carbon dioxide. Air which is rich in oxygen, it enters through these spiracles and reaches into all parts of the body through respiratory tubes called trachea, and their further branches called tracheoles. So how it takes place? Let's see that also. See, these 4 arrows, they are showing intake of oxygen into the body through trachea and tracheoles. These red color minute openings which are present in the lower part of the body on the lateral sides, from these openings there is expelling out of carbon dioxide rich air. So this is how insects like cockroaches and grasshoppers, they breathe in and breathe out. Next is through gills, and it is seen in case of fish. Fishes use gills for exchange of gases. Gills are made up of large number of filaments richly supplied with thin blood vessels called capillaries. These are the gills. Fish is an aquatic animal. It lives in water. So it drinks water, and water has dissolved oxygen in it. So as the water enters through its mouth, it flows over the gills. Blood capillaries which are present in these gills, they helps to take in oxygen and expelling out of carbon dioxide through these gills. So there is filtering of oxygen through gills, and CO2 is released into the water. Now let's understand the same with the help of one visual clip. You know, fish is an aquatic animal. It takes in water which has dissolved oxygen in it. So when it opens its mouth, water which is rich in oxygen, it enters into its mouth. Then it is filtered out through gills. Fish has gills on either sides of its body, and they are visible here. These are gills. So within these gills, there are numerous filaments. So this is the closer look of the gills. Within the gills, there are numerous filaments, and each filament has a number of very thin blood vessels called capillaries. These capillaries helps in absorbing oxygen, and these capillaries also expel out carbon dioxide through the process called diffusion. So this is how exchange of gases is taking place in fish through gills. Fourth and the last way of exchange of gases is through lungs. Mammals and birds have highly developed lungs through which exchange of gases it takes place. So we have highly developed lungs. We have to learn about exchange of gases in case of human beings in detail. And in case of birds, because they have to fly continuously, they have extra posterior sacs also, which are meant for the exchange of gases. Let's explore about the curious case of a frog with respect to respiration. You know, children, that frog, as far as its life cycle is concerned, it undergoes changes. It starts its life cycle as an egg, then it gets transformed into tadpole, and finally into a frog. So as a tadpole, it has gills, because it has fish-like body, and that time it has gills. But as it grows into a frog, it develops air bags called lungs for exchange of gases or gaseous exchange. So you can see tadpole, which is the young one of frog. It is fish-like and it has gills for exchange of gases. But as it grows, it develops air sacs, which are called lungs, to take oxygen in and to exhale out carbon dioxide. But in addition to this, it has moist skin. So it helps frog to go for exchange of gases through its skin also. So in case of frog, it has two mechanisms for exchange of gases. One is lungs and the second is moist skin. So now my viewers know that though frogs, they have lungs to breathe in and breathe out, but they can also go for exchange of gases through their skin, just like earthworm. So this was all about the content of this video. Now it's time to summarize. So first objective was, what is respiration and what is its importance? So here you came to know that respiration is one of the very important life processes. It helps in production of energy by oxidation of food, that is glucose. Second objective was to know about different ways of respiration in animals. So here you came to know about 4 basic ways of respiration in case of animals, right from unicellular organism, where you have seen that through cell membrane exchange of gases is taking place. In case of grasshopper, cockroaches, you have seen that they have special holes called spiracles through which exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide is taking place. When we discussed about exchange of gases through gills, you came to know that gills are used by fish for respiration. The fourth way of exchange of gases is lungs, and which is seen in case of mammals and birds. So now it's time to go for self-assessment with the help of these 4 questions. And I'm again reminding you that you must attempt these questions. They will help you not only to prepare this part of the chapter for your annual examination point of view, but they will help you to prepare for competitive exams. So that's it for this video. Next time, whenever you will tune into my channel BioHub, I'm going to upload third part of chapter number 10, respiration in organisms, and in that I'm going to cover respiratory system in humans. And this is one of the most important segment of this chapter. So I want you to join me there also. I want to thank all my subscribers for subscribing to my channel, watching BioHub videos and coming up with their observations in the comment section. Thank you so much for that. If you are a new viewer, I welcome you. With this, I'm going to sign out. It's a bye from your facilitator. But you stay tuned to my channel and keep exploring about biology with me. Bye.